Pull. Pull. Obviously, you know I've come out of my game shooting clothing. Thanks to Sealand for giving us their new Sealand skeet vest. They've just brought out a complete new clay shooting range, which we will be modelling on here as and when we get it. This is the first product that we've had. Good thing about it is it's got a nice wide patch here when you mount your gun. So DTL. DTL is probably, along with English skeet, probably one of the best disciplines to shoot to get your mindset sorted out. Because generally DTL is one of the easiest disciplines to shoot. It's one of the hardest disciplines to win, but one of the easiest disciplines to shoot. Now, the reason why I say that, similar to the schools challenge and the way that's set up, the disciplines are called a discipline for a reason. You have to be disciplined to shoot them. Whereas you go out and shoot sporting, and it's all different targets, there's no seriousness about shooting sporting. Even when you go to the British Open, it's all people having a laugh and a joke and a bit of fun, that sort of thing. When you go and shoot the disciplines, meaning DTL, ABT, English skeet, I'm going to leave the Olympic ones out of it, ball trap, people are there and there's a lot more seriousness to it. There's a lot more technical stuff that goes in to shooting a DTL or an English skeet competition. And the reason why is they are all steps up to the Olympic side of shooting, which we will go into. And to win an Olympic discipline, you have got to be dedicated. You've got to be disciplined to that discipline to do it. It's like schools challenge. You want to win that car, you've got to discipline yourself because the targets are reasonably easy. It's easy to shoot, but hard to win. And the same with shooting a DTL. Now, a DTL layout, it's on a course like that. On a DTL layout, you have your shooters on the positions, and you shoot 5 on each peg, and you shoot 25. Now, it is double barrel, but you get points. So if you hit it with the first barrel, you get 3 points. Hit it with the second barrel, you get 1 point. If you miss it, you get 0. So obviously, there's more points if you double barrel it. Now, this is why a lot of the coaches, the proper professional coaches, will coach somebody on DTL single barrel because it makes people concentrate, makes people focus. Now, when you walk onto a DTL layout, you can't go on talking because you'll set the microphones off. Like you can with sporting, everyone walks around a sporting course and they're giggling and laughing and all that sort of thing. You've got to be serious as soon as you walk onto that layout with DTL. With a DTL layout, the box is in front of you. The box is above the ground. When you're looking at ABT or ball trap or Olympic disciplines, the boxes are below the ground. So that's the biggest difference between this and the Olympic disciplines. With this discipline, you can shoot 28 grams. With the Olympic disciplines, everyone knows you have to shoot 24-gram cartridges. I generally would suggest on DTL that you learn with 24 grams because this is a brilliant learning curve to push you into the Olympic disciplines. Now, you should be able to shoot a going away target with a 24 gram. So I would generally say train this with a 24 gram and it will get you moving up to the ladder when you move on to Olympic skeet or Olympic trap mainly. And that's the general rule of DTL. Again, you've got a going away target. So that is the general target that you will be shooting at. It will be in that arc. Now, depending where you stand on the line is depending where you put your gun. So I will generally say, again, everyone's slightly different on this, but this side, you put your gun to the left-hand side of the box. And I would say just above the top of the box is where you would start. When you get into the middle, you go into the middle of the box, just above it. When you go to the other side, you go to the right-hand side. So depending where you are on the layout is where you put your gun to start with. Your hold point is the most important thing that you will get of where you have this. Now, every layout, technically, in the country should be the same. Now, I can tell you, I can find some ground slightly more easier to shoot DTL or slightly harder. This ground, whether or not it's because the bank, it's slightly harder. Now, generally, if you practice on the grounds that you feel harder, when you come to the easier ground, it actually makes it feel easier. If you've got a bank behind, some people like that, some people don't. If you haven't got a bank behind, you haven't. But my biggest point, my biggest tip that you'll find is when you're shooting it, look for the points on the bank where you're going to put your gun. So if you look here, there will be bits on the bank that you will put your gun. So you've got a memory of where you put that gun every time you come round. So you mount your gun, and you mount your gun in the same place every time. And this is the sort of thing that will actually help. You will find that when you actually get somebody that goes to shooting DTL or trap or skeet, they will generally come back into sporting and they will shoot better. And when you've got sporting shooters, the decent sporting shooters, you actually find, I'm going to say one person, Richard Folds, one of the best shots in the world in every discipline. And the reason why he learnt is because of his grounding with shooting double trap. So it actually helped your sporting when you shoot DTL, because it's all a matter of helping this. One great shot that I can always remember was Steve Walton, one of the fantastic and best shots at DTL. And he started shooting at 10 years old, and he shot DTL every single week until he could get it 100 straight, 100 straight, 100 straight every time. And he reckons that helped his mindset, because it's an easy target, but you've got to learn to shoot 25 straight every time, single barrel. And that is the biggest thing that the biggest tip that you'll get. If you want to be a disciplined shooter or you want to be a good shot, have a look at DTL. It will make you think. It will make you get your brain sorted out for shooting.